First, I want to thank the fans for coming out. It's always good to be home with the energy in the crowd. It's always loud in Rose Hill. We need to continue that. At some point, we'll crack this little code, whatever it is. It's funny. Last year, I think we had the best home record in Division One, and this year, for whatever reason, it hasn't gone our way. But we're not going to keep. We're not going to stop fighting and getting better. Credit to Coach Odom and his guys. They made the adjustments in the second half. They came out and they played more physical. They played tougher than us in the second half. We got caught up in the offensive end, making or missing shots. And that's something we're always talking about and always working on. And we have to continue to work on not allowing the offensive end to affect the defensive end. But they did a lot of physical. They were very physical. They guard the ball really well. We hit shots in the first half. We didn't hit them in the second.
Coach, strong start from behind 3-point. Jeff A had a good night shooting, but then it seemed that in the second half they limited your opportunities on fast break and on second chance points. Could you talk about some of where you guys talking about short in those departments?
Yeah, I mean, we had 10 offensive rebounds. We got to capitalize a little. We just weren't making shots in the second half, right? I think we had 7 threes in the first, 7 for 15, and then 3 for whatever it was, 3 for 11 in the second half. So, we had some wide open ones too, and we got to make those because they're allowed to pack the paint in, right? So they're packing the paint in. They're really good at not giving you driving lanes. So you get some open looks from three, which we were able to capitalize in the first half. In the second half, we didn't shoot the ball as well. You got to be able to make shots, and then we're able to set up our defense. And, you got to give credit to them. I mean, they shot 9 for 21. We usually do a tremendous job of not giving up threes. Tonight, we gave up a few too many. So we just got to continue to fight. But I like the effort on the offensive glass. I think we're number one in the league, and we did a great job. 10 offensive rebounds, but we got to do a better job of capitalizing on those. Only 9 points. 10 offensive rebounds. That's not very good.
And a strong scoring half from Verso on VCU in the first, and then it seems like you guys kind of limited him a lot in the second.
Yeah.
Was that intentional, kind of looking to force the shot out to other players, or was that kind of just how the game?
No, he's a talented guy. We knew that he was, they talked about him a lot in the broadcast the last couple of games, so he'd been practicing warming up. He's got such, length and size at the guard position. They're really talented across the board, and they made some shots when they needed to. He made a 3, which is not usually what he does. The kid Bell made a 3, which I don't know if he's made one all year. So they stepped up when they needed to, and the right guys made shots when they had to, and they made plays when they needed to. When they went on their run, we weren't able to recover.
That second game back in the starting lineup for Jeff Ed, how important is it for a guy like him to come back from an injury, have a strong offensive performance, to kind of set the pace for the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's really important that we get him going. It was good to see him, have some success, seeing the ball go through the basket, but for all of us, it's one of those things where we got to be able to be consistent, right? We have a big win on the road at St. Louis. We got to be able, we had some great practices. So, usually, you can kind of sense when things aren't going to go your way. But quite honestly, the last several games, the practices the day before the games have been some of our best. Our practice yesterday was absolutely fantastic. So we have to be able to play a full 40 minutes as we move forward here because it doesn't get any easier. So we'll take some time off here with the bye week, which will be fresh and get guys even more healthy, and we'll be ready to go.
Any sort of mantra or focus that you want to key in on this week long?
No, just continue to grind, right? Our goal is never changed. It's always to be the best team we can be by the end of the year. We get 1% better. We've been doing that. Now we need to transform it and be more consistent game in and game out. We can't get too high after a win, too low after a loss.
Coach, just big picture thing, we're past the halfway point at 8-10 now. How would you gauge this team in a way that a casual fan might not see from something in the box score?
Yeah. We're getting better. Believe it or not, individually, we're getting better. We play a lot of young, inexperienced guys that are now getting more and more experienced, more and more comfortable. Really excited about Ramad Dean's effort, his energy, his motor's been through the roof. Elijah Gray has been playing. It wasn't his best night tonight, but you can see his development. Josh Rivera's getting healthy in his development. Jaffe's been getting better. Will's starting to see the ball go through the basket. So I like the direction that we're going. we're in a good league. The league is really tough this year with a lot of high level older teams, and we're going up against some older teams right now. And you can sense the difference between the physicality when the time gets crunch time between older teams and younger teams. And we need to get old by March, and I think we will be. Go Rams.